Hello, once again everyone, and welcome back to another vlog. This time around I'm going to be talking about something that I spent a fair time reading. Batgirl. Volume 1, 2, 3, 4, in camera. And 5. Got them all. I've read them all over the last couple months. So I got one and 2 in December because I was like, I always heard that Batgirl was good, and this is the new 52 version of Batgirl, not the older versions. I really want to read some of the older stuff about her, and particularly the Killing Joke, which I think it was a really good one about Batgirl and how Joker made it, shot her and paralysed her, and she then became Oracle for like 3 years. But in the new 52 version, it's after those events and she regains the use of her legs and becomes Batgirl again, and it's really cool. And I really enjoyed it. Like started reading it, I'm just like, bloody hell, this is really good. So the first volume, Darkest Reflections, is basically her getting back on her feet, sort of things. She's getting back into this ring of being the vigilante Batgirl. Obviously Batgirl is Barbara Gordon, daughter of Commissioner Gordon, Jim Gordon, and Barbara Gordon. They really like to come up with original names for the kids, because they've got a son called James Jr. and a daughter called Barbara, and they're called James and Barbara. Good job on originality names, you know. But with that aside, no, it was really good, and she comes across a couple of villains. The Mirror is one of them, who's like a policeman / ex-army, and he's sort of, his son gets killed, I think, and he wants to take it out on the world, kind of deal. And there's a couple others, and then in Nightfall Defends, it introduces, I think, the main villain for sort of the Batgirl stuff so far is Nightfall. This really rich person whose family was killed, and has become crazy because of that, and she wants to clean up the city by killing all the criminals. So she's a vigilante in sorts, but she's also a villain for her sort of actions. I suppose you could call her like, what is it? There's hero, anti-hero, villain, anti-villain maybe? Something like that. So basically a villain who does good actions. No. That isn't it. A villain who believes he's doing right, but goes about it the wrong way, or something like that. Like, she's in a like morally grey area, and she sort of teams up with a few other villains and brings the first villains that Batgirl versus in the first book, the first read, out of prison, breaks them out of prison, and sort of has them to work for her in death of the family. It's basically the collision event that Joker creates with all the family members of Batman. So Batman, Batgirl, Robin, Dick Grayson as Nightwing, the other Robin who's older. So obviously in the current 52 version, Damian Wayne is Robin, I believe. I've not read that stuff yet. I've got the first one issue of Batman's New 52 right now, but I'm gonna get more of them because I really like the New 52 stuff. It's good. I don't think it's the best starting point for Batman, but as Batman storylines goes, it's pretty good, with just the villains he goes against. He goes against Joker and stuff in the first issue, as well as Penguin and Dollmaker, which is pretty awesome. But yeah, I mainly like New 52 for its art style, I think, because all the ones I've read have sort of this nice sort of crisp outline. I mean, obviously they're all different artists, so the art for this, so the first 2 issues are done by Adrian Syaf as the artist, with but obviously in like this it's sort of different artists, but still like it's a really nice art style, really crisp, and you're able to read what's going on in it. And then in the last 2 volumes it's Fernando Passarin who does the art, and then Gail Simone, who is like the lead writer for most of the Batgirl stuff, and she's a really good writer. I've read some of her other stuff. She was the one who started the Tomb Raider comics, which I've not talked about, but I read the Tomb Raider comics, and she also does Red Sonja, which I read the crossover of Red Sonja and Conan the Barbarian. I really ought to get into Red Sonja because I quite liked that style. So, but there's a lot there. But she's done a couple of other things, and she became famous for her time on Birds of Prey. So before the New 52 Birds of Prey, which I do also have the first issue of that, which I first volume of that, which I really enjoyed. But yeah, no, the stuff that happens in the Batgirl comics really awesome. So the death of the family, really well done. It's like Joker connecting them, and then you got James, her brother, who is actually a villain because they're going against her, and she has to sort of attack him, and she thinks he's killed him, but you learn later that he doesn't actually die. Spoilers, but yeah. But yeah, and then in Wanted, she's sort of wanted by James Gordon for the death of his son, or the supposed death of his son, but she's also having to go against Nightfall a lot more, and she goes against a couple of other villains. Was that the one where she goes against the mannequin? Yeah, what's it? Forget the name. It's like Puppet Master person. Ventriloquist. That's it. That's who she goes against in there. And then Deadline is pretty much where she sort of defeats Nightfall at last with the help of her friends and stuff, which is pretty cool. I really enjoyed these comics. I'm planning, because obviously Deadline collected issues 27 to 34, and there's now like 42 issues, so I've got or 40 issues or something like that, so I've got I think 35 to 40 to get, which is like 6 issues. There might be another 6 or 7 issues, and that would be standalone. I plan on going to the comic book store later on today actually to pick up some more comics because I need some more. But yeah, so yeah, really highly recommend Batgirl if you want a sort of strong female vigilante. She's probably one of my favourites along with Captain Marvel. But yeah, highly recommend them. And obviously you actually see her interact with Nightwing and Batman pretty easy if you're into Batman and stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've got to say about the Batgirl comics. I'll see you guys next time when I discuss some other thing. Peace out, Girl Scouts.